What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, JQ.
And it's your boy, Spoon, man.
And you're locked into another episode of
Counted Me
Out. I like your outfit.
Counted me out. I appreciate it, man. Shouts out to all the homies, man. Lil Richie got me this shirt, man. Paid Hustler brand.
Okay.
Fresh made on the shorts, man. You feel me? I just be supporting the homies, man. All the homies got clothing lines.
I like how you color coordinated with the shirt and with the shoes.
Man, you want to know what's crazy? Somebody walked up on me the other day and was like, damn, Spoon, you got all these shoes, man, but you ain't never got no outfits. Damn, bro.
Look, to be honest, I told Darrell the other day, I said, I'm getting tired of buying shoes. I need more clothes.
No.
Yes.
Because the shoe makes the outfit.
No,
Yes,
I need to jazz up.
10,000%. You ever seen somebody with nice clothes on and get to their feet and it's like...
No.
What?
I don't think I've never seen that before.
Next time you go out to eat.
But you know what? To
Just
be
keep your eyes
honest,
open.
you know, a lot of females, when we look at dudes, we look at their shoes feet. We look at the shoes first.
Yeah, that
tells a lot about
It's
the
a
person.
bad habit of mine. I do that now. Like my eyes go down before I ain't making eye contact or nothing. First thing I notice about a person, period. I don't care.
Are their shoes.
Shoes. Every single time. That's the first thing I notice. I don't know.
I just get so annoyed when I'm walking through the mall with Darrell and he's looking at every dude's pair of shoes. Like, oh, he got on. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, can we please just go into this store?
It's like a man law thing. Like a, you know, that's a conversation piece right there. Icebreaker, everything. I don't even got to know nobody. I don't know you at all. But if you got some heat on your feet, damn, bro, them shoes is, you feel me? You don't know nothing about it though.
But what if they like brush you off? And they, you know, very standoffish when you compliment their shoes.
Well, you keep it pushing.
You ever had that happen to you?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I've been like that. You know, sometimes you just don't want to talk. Appreciate it, bro. And keep moving, man.
But inside,
right,
you feeling yourself, though.
Nah. I mean, you know, it's the shoe. I mean, when you look good, you feel good. You feel
That's
good,
true.
you might, you know, you act a little different.
But no.
When you get a haircut. You feel me? When you get your haircut and stuff like that, you know, you just start to act a little different.
I think for the past couple of episodes, you've been rocking a hat, though.
Yeah, because I ain't had no haircut. You feel me? Hey, buddy boy got the, hey, shouts out to Rock, man.
I said Spoon must ain't got no haircut because he rocking a
Yeah, man, you know, I try to, especially when you hit me about shooting pie, I try to get a haircut, man, but these barbers, man, they be booked up.
I saw your,
they be busy.
I saw your story today. How barbers are in LA?
Man, look.
$350 an hour?
Telling you, bro, it's barbers in Atlanta charge $100 a haircut, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I told my wife, man, I got 47 more haircuts, bro, and I'm going to cut this shit off. I'm cutting it off.
You didn't learn how to cut hair while you was in college? I know most ball players, what?
Self-cuts? Straight on the kitchen cut, man. I'm straight. That's just me. I don't want the mom and pop cut, man. Don't give me the bowl cut. I'm straight. Let somebody get paid to do it, do a solid job. And get on out the way. I braid hair.
No, you don't. My mom actually braided my hair.
When my sister watches this episode, she's going to take offense. My sister taught me how to braid hair when we was growing up. No
really?
cap.
So you know how to cornrow or you know how to...
Every type of braid, I can braid hair.
Not the bow holes, though.
I can braid hair.
Okay, I'm going to need to see it on somebody before I believe you.
That's all right. That's what I'm saying. Let me take them down.
No, we're not taking mines down.
All right, then. Now, you don't want to see them. It don't mean that much to you. I'm telling you, Whitley, look, now, you see me, I had your back now. Folks don't think nothing of your hair braiding, bro. I can braid hair, bro. My sister taught me, literally. I'm telling you.
At what age?
We was like 10, and I had practice on all her dogs.
That's the best way to learn.
Mm-hmm.
See,
like we're closer in age. Out of all my siblings, it was me and my sister. That was, you know, we're like not even 2 whole years apart. So
yeah.
When she was into stuff, my brothers wouldn't let me hang out with them. I'd just say, you know, I'm just gonna kick it with my sister, bro. And whatever she doing, that's what we'll do. Tea parties, all that.
Oh,
I had to. I had no choice. And she was bigger than me, so she would make me. You gonna play with me, and that's it. Yeah, I ain't really had no choice until I got older.
That's what I was gonna ask you. At what age you started branching off and started focusing on sports?
Literally, man, for me it took like 9th grade year. That was when my first big growth spurt. I went from like 5'9", 5'10" to 6'4". Out of nowhere, me and my sister used to look each other in the eye. And one summer I shot up, and then that was it. That was when our separation kind of started. But we used to do everything together, me and my sister did. And then, because my oldest brother was like that with my middle brother. Like, he didn't want him, I don't want to hang out with you, get away. Like, telling my mom, oh, he's annoying, keep him out the locker room. And so that's how my middle brother did me. Like, don't come around. See, my mother took a different approach with me. She made my brother, when he used to go out somewhere, high school parties, take him or you ain't going. So
I used to hate that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Especially when I was trying to run and go chill with a dude. Yeah, I used to hate
about that, man.
I used, of course you don't, but I used to hate that. My mom would be like, "You got to take your sister with you." I'm like, "Why I got to bring her?" And I would come up with all kind of excuses not to bring her.
That's how you ain't never been on the other side, bro. It's uncomfortable, bro, being somewhere where you ain't wanted, bro. Shouts out to all the younger siblings out there, man. Because you older siblings, hell sometimes, bro. Like,
we gotta set the tone. We gotta set the example.
Nah, bro. Like, nah. They used to beat me up all the time. Like, what's wrong with y'all, bro?
Oh, see, I never beat up on my sisters.
Yeah, you did.
No,
yes,
I didn't. No,
yes,
I actually did not.
I know you did.
No, why? Why do you say that?
Because you're the older sibling. That's what y'all do.
That doesn't mean that I'm gonna beat up on my sister.
You used to take her stuff. You ain't never let her wear your clothes.
Oh yeah, now that's true.
See what I'm saying?
There was this,
like, why?
Hold on. I got a short story. So there was this yellow shirt that I thought I looked so good in middle school, right? And that was the time where I started, smelling myself, started growing into myself. And so this particular shirt, she tried to take it to school with her. And when I found that she had it in her book bag, when I tell you, her and I went at it.
He was sick.
I was mad as hell. My mom found out. Of course, I got, grounded.
Yeah, see, we always been. Well, because of basketball, we've been shoe people. So my oldest brother, shoe connoisseur, his thing was Air Max. Like, Air Max is his shoe. Any Air Max, particularly 95s, like Air Max 1s, those are his go-to shoe. But he has every color, every pair. My brother was the same way I was. He was a Nike Jordan guy. So any shoes that he had, we was around the same size. He go to high school. High school start at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Middle school don't start till 9. So he leave the house. I'm running through the closet. I'm getting there. Shoes. I'm putting on wife beaters, everything that's his. Because that's my big brother. I want to be just like dude. So I'm putting on his shoes. One day I put on a whole outfit, brand new pair of shoes he had never worn it before. But, he had practice after school, so I would always beat him home. So I'm like, shit, I got
so my plan.
My plan is foolproof. Oh, my God. Brand new look, flu game 12s. They had just dropped. I'm in the 8th grade. Buddy go to school. I fake sleep. I'm up the whole time. He getting ready. I go check to see what shoes he put on. I'm like, all right, bet, flu game still here. Get my outfit together, put them on. Big ass clothes on. Clothes is baggy. I get to school, flu games. Everybody going crazy. Ooh,
the word didn't get to your brother though?
No. But this day that practice got canceled. Something happened in the gym, so practice got canceled. I get to the house. He's sitting there waiting like a parent. Belt the ass. Oh, it was over with. Nothing I could do. If I walk in the house and see him, I drop my book bag and haul ass running. And he chased me, finally catch me, and, he did what he had to do. But I got that gut. Look, I was fresh that day. You couldn't tell me nothing that day.
I got to know, how long were you planning this, though? I know you didn't get up.
Nah, it's literally, I wake up in the morning. Like, I had clothes and shoes for sure, but, his stuff was cooler. You always want to wear your older brother clothes.
I can't.
No cap, bro. No cap. It like women. Women do it, too. Like, when you go out to eat with your guy, like, you got food on your plate, he got food on his plate. But for women, his food just tastes better.
It depends on what it is.
No, man. No, it always happens that way.
No,
we can
not
get
all
the
the
same
time.
exact thing. Man, I have taken my wife to eat. I have taken her to eat. We've sat down at the restaurant and got the exact same thing. The same thing, top to bottom.
Is this after she ate her food off her plate?
While she's eating it. Oh my God. That looks good, bro.
See,
I'll be ready to flip the whole table over. Get out of here. What? My bad, man. I just be rambling. But nah, bro. It was different. Growing up with siblings, like older siblings, like y'all's approach to everything was just, I ain't like it, bro. Like,
so being a brother, being a father, being a husband, how do you balance, and being a coach, like how do you balance that lifestyle?
It's like now, I think now is the toughest time for me because my daughter's starting to get so active. Like, it was super dope when she was a baby and, she was trying to start making noises. I could put her down. She'd stay there. Like, now I put her down, I turn my head and she's running somewhere else. She's starting to take the diaper off. She's painting the walls with boo-boo. Like, Like it's getting to the point where it's like, bro, like to where the battery, like, take the batteries out. Like 6 a.m. she's gonna be up at 6:30. She's gonna be up for 3-4 hours, and she wants you up with her. You gotta be up. I don't want you just quiet.
You gotta give her
play
all the
with
attention.
me. Yeah, like full-time job. So like when I leave the house now, it's like a thing where she doesn't want me to leave the house. She cries when I leave the house. But when I come back, it's the dopest feeling ever. Like when I get back to the house tonight, when I see her, I'm gonna open the door and she's gonna lose it. Dopest feeling ever.
See, I haven't had any kids yet, so I don't know what that feels like.
And look, just be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I was the same way. And then it goes from being, oh, I couldn't wait for and then them sleepless nights be like, bruh, like Tiny is tough. She is.
Y'all
tough.
just celebrated her first birthday. I love the theme.
Yeah, her
How
first
was
rodeo.
it?
Yeah, I mean, it's an experience. Like all of it is an experience. You get to you're creating your own person, like from scratch. They don't know anything, literally, know nothing. You teach them everything: the way they act, the way they talk, the way they dress, the way they eat, their mannerisms. Everything about them is a direct reflection of the parenting. So, me and my wife was talking about this the other day. Like, we see people out and we see kids out, and when kids act a certain way, you can't blame the kid. It comes from parenting. We talk about that in sports too. Like, the generation of kid keeps changing. It's a different breed of kid, because the parenting keeps changing. Like when we were growing up, our parents didn't have the luxury of the internet. Like we didn't have, you had to figure it out a lot back then. Like when we were growing up, punishment was you can't go outside.
Right.
Like now punishment is you being stuck inside. Like, it's
phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your phone. You can't, no social media, no video games. That wasn't a thing for us. When summertime hit, the last day of school, that next day, mom was like, get out, like, and don't come back until the street lights come on. Like, if you come in, you stuck in. Like, that was the worst thing, getting in trouble during the summertime, because you open up the window and you see the bike pile outside, 7, 8 bikes outside. Like, damn, what they in there doing? Like,
Mama,
that
can
was
I go outside?
Yeah, like, that was the thing. We ride around the neighborhood on our bikes, and if you ain't know where everybody was, that's how you found out.
Right.
You would drive until you saw the bike pile, park your bike, and try to find where everybody was at. We'd be outside playing with the football or playing basketball or playing manhunt or playing, ding dong ditch. But it was everything for us was outside. We didn't have the luxury of being in the house. Our parents didn't even want us playing a video game. Get out of here. Put that shit down and go outside.
Right.
Like, go play. Like, set something on fire. Just be a kid.
And I noticed you do that a lot with Riley.
She has no choice.
I love the fact that you keep her outside.
Yeah, she has no choice. Like, you have to experience what that part of being a kid is. I'm not saying that you're not going to have tablets and TVs and all that kind of stuff, but you are for sure going to be able to go outside and play by yourself. You don't even need no help. You're going to go out there and climb the tree or build something with the straw, and because that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna figure it out. Of course, I'm gonna be out there with you, but and at the same time, you're not gonna be one of them kids like, man, it's hot, bro. I don't want to do nothing. Like, cause we ain't had that. That wasn't a thing for us.
Yeah.
When it was hot outside, look, turn the hose on the side of the house, get you something to drink.
Don't come in my house.
Don't come in the house.
Don't let that air get out of my house.
Sidebar, the dumbest thing our parents ever told us was, you're letting my air out. Get out of here. Now that I'm older, get out of here. Mom, you lied to me that whole time. Get out of here. You're letting my air out. Close the door. The air's back in. It's that simple.
That's actually a true statement, though.
Oh, my goodness. Don't be one
those
of those.
electric bills?
Me opening the door 5 times.
Yes, you letting all the cool air outside. Okay, you haven't gotten there yet.
I have, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, $7 because I opened the door 6 times.
$7 go a long way, Spoon. You can do a lot with $7.
$50 for the year. I opened the door extra. Come on, bro. Like, leave
we really
me
gonna go back and forth
this.
on letting air out of the house?
That's all I'm trying to say, man. Like, it's almost to the point now where it's just so much different from what we're accustomed to. Like, even I saw a post online about the NBA, and LeBron's approaching year 21. Kevin Durant's approaching year 17. Steph is 14. Chris Paul is 19. Like, that whole generation of basketball players is about to be gone out of the NBA. Like, we already losing TV. Like we've completely lost TV. Don't nobody even buy cable no more. Like if you got one person got cable, the cable log in, everybody watching the cable log in. Nobody's buying cable. Like we're losing TV already. And now we're about to lose, like the last of our generation when it comes to sports. And like it's sick. Getting older is sick. Like it's sick.
I know I'm late to the party, but I was scrolling through Instagram today and came across Shade Room. And Steph Jackson was on Angela Yee's podcast, and they were talking about Jalen dry humping one of his former teammates. I first of all, this is just my honest opinion. No man should be painting their nails. And when I seen that, and I get it, people want to, keep up with the trends and everything like that, but it's just certain things that are off limits.
I ain't really picking up what Jalen Green putting down, man. I ain't.
But that goes back to what you just said. The generation in the NBA is definitely changing.
Yeah, because they don't got no OG. Like, ain't no old heads in the NBA no more, bro.
Young kids ain't trying to listen to the OGs. They ain't trying to listen to the they know everything.
That's the problem. The problem is the veteran guys that were in the NBA a while back, like when guys were coming in the league, guys like Steven Jackson, when they were the older generation of the NBA, it was still like it was a thing where, the older guys young guys gonna go, they grabbing all the bags, they bringing, the older guys now aren't really older guys. So you get situations like this. Like the worst part about seeing the whole Jalen Green thing go down is watching the younger generation see that. And it's like,
and it's cool.
Damn, is this what the best basketball players doing? Well, maybe we need to be in the locker room doing that. Listen, if you are at Walnut Grove High School, you play for Coach Witherspoon, we ain't on that type of time in the locker room at Walnut Grove. I'm not trying to tell you what's right and what's wrong. No.
How would you approach it? How would you approach that situation if it did happen with
belt to ass, man? We not playing like that, man. What? Hey, look again, man. Shouts out to Jalen Green, bro. But no, cause cold in basketball, bro. But that ain't it. That won't it. Oh, again, I'm not. I'm not trying to bash nobody.
I'm
bad
not
about
either,
nobody. Jalen Green, you dead ass wrong, bro. And aside from Jalen Green, whoever buddy was that was on the bottom side with his ass in the air need a whooping, bro. Shame on y'all big homies, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Shame on y'all big homies, bro. Y'all big homies ain't doing y'all right, bro.
So what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take for the younger kids in the league to understand that it's certain things you just cannot do? Because you got the younger kids looking up to you.
All of them running rampant, man. They all doing what they want to do. It's shit, man. I don't know. You get guys like Ja, that just keep touching the hot stove over and over and over again. You get guys like Jalen Green that do stuff like this outside of, and it sucks because when it comes to basketball, they doing their thing.
Yeah.
But, it's way more than basketball. When you get to a certain point, it's not just about who can score the ball better, who can defend better. These kids are literally looking up to y'all. Like, I don't want to get to preaching, but for me, it's different now though.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely different, and it's not for the good in my eyes.
So let's pivot it really quick. Throughout your journey playing on the high school, college, and in the pros, how was that transition for you once you realized that, I'm gonna put the ball down? I mean, you haven't put it down fully, but let me pivot and focus on other things. Like how
that's
and
big.
I want you to be really honest, because I know a lot of people have a hard time making that transition from playing ball and then going into something else that they want to do.
Hey, Darrell, this is gonna be one of them video moments, right, where you chop this one up, I promise. But not to sound too preachy, but for basketball players in particular, I can't speak on any other sport because I wasn't, one of those guys in any other sport. But in basketball, you get treated a certain way your whole entire life based off of what you can provide physically.
Yeah.
Like, as a basketball player, if you're good in basketball, you get, certain amenities. Some things you don't really have to deal with. You don't have to worry about setting doctor's appointments and, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. And when you get to the point where it starts to turn for you, it's almost like depressing, like where, the love that you got at one point is not the same. And in your eyes, because I've had this conversation with plenty of guys and, everybody pretty much says the same thing. It's just you go from being in the spotlight to playing on TV games, you're having people come ask you for your autograph and take pictures. And, for one, it's extremely humbling to go from that to people not really giving a damn who you are anymore. And I feel like at certain points with basketball players, they get to the point where they feel like people are judging them for not playing basketball anymore. And it leads to it's almost like a depressing thing. Like, who am I without basketball? Because I've been this my whole life. Like, I've been the basketball player my whole life. I've been the best guy. I've been top this, top that, parade this, All-American. I've been that my whole life. So where do I go without basketball? Who am I without the sport? And, you really got to sit down and do some soul searching because it's rough. Like, real life is hard. Like I've talked to guys that played in the NBA, that hadn't lost it. I talked to guys that didn't have it and got it. Like, everybody's story is different, but the one thing that remains consistent is that, post-basketball is a pretty dark place if you don't have it drawn out. Like, it's lonely because you feel like everybody's judging you. Like, it's tough when you got to try to do real life without what you've been your whole life. Like, right now, I never envision myself having a desk job where I go, I put on the same outfit every day and I go to work and I type on a computer and, it could be making 7-figure money, but it's just, that was never a thing for me. Like, I see guys go from basketball to the medical field or football to being a doctor. And, if you don't have your post-basketball life, boom, boom, boom.
So we're going to tap into that here in just a second. But do you feel that if you had people in your circle, like your family, former coaches, to help you with that transition, do you think it would have made it easier for you?
Not me in particular. For me, it was pretty cut and dry with me. Like, when San Antonio didn't sign me, when I, because at that point in time, that was the pinnacle of the work. Like, when I got to San Antonio, like, I felt like I did everything that I was supposed to do to make that roster. And when it didn't happen, it wasn't because of basketball. Yeah. And for me, that was the lowest time in my life, the most depressing time in my life. Like, contemplating suicide, like, it was rough because I worked my ass off to get to the pinnacle. And it ain't but 300 jobs. I get that, but I did what I was supposed to do to get one of those jobs. And when it didn't happen for me, it was like, I don't even want to, like, I'll never train again. I'll never one-on-one workout to get better in basketball ever again. And that was my last time working out. Like, in 2013, when I stopped playing the D-League, I never worked out one-on-one ever again. Never trained to get better in basketball ever again. I played 6 years overseas after that, and that was it. Like, I didn't, it just, for me, it was because it's not about who's better. Yeah. Like, when you get to a certain point in basketball, it's who you know.
Who you know, yeah.
And it's sad, but, when I get around younger guys that say, I hear them talking about, like, I hear the passion and drive in their voice when they talk basketball to me. Like, I just tell them, bro, every young kid that talks to me, same thing. Go get your money, bro. Because if you can play, the NBA is going to come get you. Like, it doesn't matter if you're in Sudan playing or if you're in China playing. If you can play, they're going to come find you. So just go get your money, because it's not about, the durability is the best ability to have in basketball. You just, as long as you can play, then play. Because one day you're gonna wake up and that shit just ain't gonna work no more. Like it's literally, it's gonna go away and it never comes back. You never get a chance to work your way back to being what you were. It's just over with. And you know, you have to accept that.
Do you wish you would have done things differently?
There are a few things I would have changed personally for sure, you know. But you know, the one thing, me and my parents talk about it all the time, the one thing that I can say throughout my whole entire life is that every decision I made was my decision. I did it my way. Like, and you know, for a lot of people to say, you know, it went exactly how it was supposed to go. You know, my parents think otherwise all the time. You know, they watch NBA games and they tell me now, you know, you're supposed to be playing NBA. You know, I'm like, nah, it wasn't.
It wasn't meant.
It wasn't in the cards for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I get it. I feel like I was an NBA talent for sure. But, you know, there was a lot of things that, you know, I wasn't aware of that affected, you know, your NBA resume, you know, for lack of better terms. But, you know, it's just young guys, just keep your head down. Keep working because the work is going to show. The work is going to work. You know, I've been telling all my young guys that here recently is that the work is going to work. You know, you just got to be willing to put the dirty work in where ain't no eyes in the gym watching. Ain't no eyes on the field watching. Ain't no eyes on the track watching. You got to put the work in when ain't nobody looking because that's when you get paid. Like nobody gets paid in the game. Like that's the result of the work. When guys see Steph Curry going 12 or 13 for 3 in the game, they think, you know, everybody wants instant grits. Like, I want that same success. I'm going to go shoot 200 jump shots. And then I expect to, like, Steph's been doing that a long time. Like, a lot of shots in the gym with nobody in it. Like, to get to that point where he's at now. So, you know, the work is going to work. You just got to be willing to pull it in.
I would say from my my journey, it was tough beginning my junior year of undergrad because I knew at that point I didn't want to pursue basketball. So at that point, I had to make a decision. Do I really pursue this ball career or do I need to figure out what my next step is in life? And unfortunately, I chose the route of going to grad school. But I don't think I knew until my second year of grad school what my purpose was. And that came from me volunteering, in the local community. I coach a girls basketball. I think we talked about on one of the episodes. I got fired.
Terrible coach.
Coach at a girls basketball team, and I was also working for a media company as a media coordinator. And that's when I figured that I wanted to be in sports. I just didn't want to be on the, how can I put this? I didn't want to do the day-to-day getting up, going to an office, reporting news on different athletes. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be out in the field. And quite honestly, I didn't fall into depression, but I felt like I was stuck. I didn't know what my next plan was because when I was coming up, being the first to go to college on a basketball scholarship, athletic scholarship, my parents didn't know what that looked like post basketball or post college. So I had to figure shit out on my own.
Yeah.
So I was doing all kinds of stuff that didn't even relate to what I wanted to do, but I had to figure it out for myself. And when my biggest break was when I got my first, I landed my first media event at the Nike EYBL. And I kid you,
what year was this?
This is 2016.
16.
2016.
Who are the top guys?
I had De'Aaron Fox, Jason Tatum, Bam Adebayo.
That was a good year, ABL.
Who else?
EYBL
Frank
too.
Jackson. Who else am I missing? Who? You can say it. Yes. So 2016 was a good year for me, and that's when
was Monk around there?
Malik Monk, yes, he was. He sure was. He sure was.
Yeah,
I interviewed. Yep.
I remember going to watch him play. My wife's from Arkansas, so I went to go see her one time in Arkansas.
His brother played too, didn't he?
His brother played football, I think.
Okay.
His brother played football. But I went to go one of his high school games.
Yeah, Malik Monk. He was. I had the opportunity to interview him. It was somebody else that Trey Young. Trey Young.
Oh, that means Porter Jr. was there. They play AAU together.
Yep, Michael Porter Jr.
On that
exactly.
Mocan Elite team. I remember watching them
and
play.
And it was actually here in Georgia.
At Swanee.
Yes,
That was Colin Sexton and them was there.
Yes.
That was a great year for UIBL.
It was a great year.
Oh, yeah, that was a great year.
And that's when I figured out, like, this is what I want to do. I want to do sports media.
Yeah.
So, I just, I tell all the athletes, especially now, along with the parents, while they're in high school, figure out what they want to do. Because not everybody gets the opportunity to play at the next level. And I think when you start hearing more conversations surrounding that topic, I think kids would start taking heed into that. Because a lot of people aren't talking about that.
Yeah.
They're not talking about what's your plan B. If you was to get hurt and the doctor told you would never be able to pick up a ball again, you will never be able to throw a football again.
Get those insurance policies, kids. There's insurance policies out there. Some of y'all got $1 million legs.
Yep.
And don't even know it. Get them insurance policies. Sidebar. I just watched 8 Mile. Lotto beat B Rabbit, bro. Y'all got to stop saying B Rabbit won, bro. Lotto, when Lotto told Buddy you feel me, leave it to Beaver, Lotto won, bro. Lotto won. I don't want to hear that, bro. Like, that was the only line, bro. He got that blah, 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 man. Nobody want to hear that, man. Lotto won, bro. My fault, bro. How do we get? I had to get that off, bro. I just watched the movie, bro. Lotto won. Chop that up for me, bro. Lotto won, bro. I don't care what y'all say, bro. Lotto won, bro. But yeah, man, shout out to Atlanta basketball again, especially at that point in time. Like, shout out to the group of young guys, from around my way, the Stampede at that time. They were like a first year, second year EYBL team, and they were killing it. Like, Colin was their leading scorer. They had Zach Cooks, they had Al Durham. That team was good.
Oh, Al Durham, yes.
Yeah, that team was good. Al Durham's like my little brother. Love him to death. Like, he went to my high school. So, it's at, like you said, in 2016, that was an excellent time in AAU basketball. Like, that was a time where it was still like a thing. Like, now it's kind of watered down. I think, in my opinion, it's not the same. Like, and again,
the talent is not the same. Is that what you're saying?
I just feel like I like when Sean was here. When Sean was saying how like kids and teams will duck other kids and teams. Like, I don't respect it. I don't like it. Like, I want to see the best kids play against the best kids. I don't care if it's a Under Armour, Nike. I don't really care. I want to see the best kids play against the best kids. So I think at some point in time, whoever's behind the scenes of these grassroots, like, it's got to get back to like the grind. Like, you can't. That's a part that builds character. When you get, sometimes you got to get beat on. Like, sometimes it happens, but you get now, because it's so watered down. You get mom and dad teams, and they go play in mom and dad tournaments, and they win it. Like, they beating the crap out of people, and then first time they play against somebody that can play, they get beat by 40.
They get mad
because it's levels. I understand that, but the saturation is crazy. We got to get back to the roots of the competition level when it comes to basketball, for sure.
Well, look, we can go all day. We can go all day. I think we should do a part 2. I like this because to be honest, Spoon, this is going to be the last thing that I'll say before we wrap it up.
That's cap.
But
she's going to say something else. That's cap.
You
lost your whole train of thought.
No. I'm trying to find the right words.
Okay.
Because I want to be full, transparent, and honest when I say this.
Okay.
Throughout the Count Me Out journey, I get a lot of people to ask me, why did you pick Spoon? Right?
I bet they don't ask that often when they watch these episodes. I know they don't ask when you just got to watch the episode, bro.
No, but seriously, like, outside of your talent, you are a good person. And you and I worked with each other on past projects. And when you work with people, you start, seeing things about them. And what I notice about you, you are very genuine, authentic, and professional. Okay.
Well, when you one thing that my mother always that was her thing, because she wanted to make sure I was always presentable at everything. Like, my father.
Good job, Mama.
My father called me literally earlier today, and we're talking on the phone, and it's casual conversation. He's in hella bowling leagues. He's talking about his bowling, like it's just real old man conversation.
Yeah.
And he told me, was like, yeah, kid, I just watched another episode of your podcast. I got to tell you, you really got the gift of gab.
You do.
And I was like, it for me, I always wanted to play. Like, I ain't want to, like, this is it though. This is where it was supposed to come. Like, it was always supposed to get back to this setting, like the stage where we can get in front of everybody and say our piece.
Yeah.
Like, everybody can't do this. It's not, it's tough. Ain't nobody else in here. It's just us in this room right now. Like, we've had an hour conversation and the conversation just flowed the whole time. Everybody can't do that.
Right.
Like, the content that we're putting out is dope content. And it's because, like you said, it's genuine, it's authentic, it's real. There's no script. Like, there's no directors.
To a certain extent.
Like, it's literally when JQ comes, like, when you come in, like, you got your laptop. I'm surprised you ain't got the damn laptop up here. Hey, y'all, if y'all watched our first few episodes, bro, JQ had that laptop. Wasn't nothing on that laptop.
Why you put me on blast like that?
Nothing on that laptop, bro.
There was Google.
Look, she was typing, moving her fingers fast. One time, I peeked over. It was one word, 700 letters straight, bro. All different letters. It was numbers in it.
You know that is not true.
It was numbers in it, bro.
You know that is not true.
I ain't never seen nothing like it, bro. JQ finessing y'all, bro. The finesse queen, right?
Y'all don't believe this guy. I don't believe this guy.
But nah, man, like, it's dope to have somebody that you can hold accountable, that can hold you accountable. Like, the podcast setting for us is gonna be big because this is where it was supposed to go the whole time. So, I've sat up and I've brainstormed ideas, like, we've bounced ideas back and forth, and the reason why, like, the production is getting better is because the content is what it is. Like, it's people want to hear what we got to say.
Yeah.
And it took me an episode or two for people to really start, like, people really want to hear what we got to say. Like, they want to hear, what's up next.
Yeah.
So, as we get closer to ending season 1, like, y'all got to stay tuned.
Oh, it's going.
It's getting good, bro. Like, it's getting good. Like, at this point, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Like, we're adjusting certain things. Like, we're definitely listening to y'all's feedback. When y'all tell us to adjust certain things, we're listening.
Yes.
Tap in with us, man. Tell us what y'all thinking, because we definitely see y'all's comments. We see y'all likes, y'all subscribes. We see all that.
Keep them coming.
And we appreciate it, man. This was another one of those episodes where we just wanted to give you guys a deeper insight on who
we are.
Because, it's cool when other people get to come on here and they say their piece, but it's huge that you guys get to know who we are as people too. So
yeah.
This was a good one for sure.
A very good one. Like I said, we gotta do more of these. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your girl JQ.
And it's your boy Spoon, man.
We
Counting me out.
Bye.
Tune in.